Chronic stress after 50 doesn't just feel exhausting. It's literally shrinking your DNA. Scientists discovered that managing stress the right way can reverse years of cellular aging. Here are 6 techniques that actually work. In 2009, 3 scientists won the Nobel Prize for a discovery that changed how we understand aging. They found that tiny caps at the end of your chromosomes called telomeres act like biological clocks. Every time your cells divide, these caps get shorter. When they get too short, cells stop functioning properly. Here's where it gets fascinating. Stress dramatically accelerates this shortening. One landmark study found that people with chronic stress had telomeres equivalent to someone 10 years older. But here's the question that kept researchers up at night. Can this damage be undone? The answer they discovered will change how you think about your daily habits. And the 6th technique we'll cover has the most surprising research behind it. First, you need to understand exactly what's happening inside your cells when stress takes hold. When you experience stress, your body releases cortisol. In short bursts, this is helpful. It gives you energy and focus. But when stress becomes chronic, cortisol stays elevated for weeks, months, even years. This constant cortisol bath creates inflammation throughout your body. And here's what researchers discovered. This inflammation directly attacks your telomeres. It's like pouring acid on protective caps. Studies at the University of California found that people with the highest stress levels had 64% less telomerase. That's the enzyme that repairs and rebuilds telomeres. Without enough telomerase, your cells age faster than they should. If you're finding this eye-opening, that like button helps us reach more people who need this information. Now, the good news. Your body can increase telomerase production naturally. And it happens faster than you might think. Let's pause here because I want you to understand something important. This isn't about eliminating stress. That's impossible and honestly not even desirable. Some stress keeps us sharp and motivated. The goal is teaching your body to recover from stress quickly instead of staying stuck in high alert. Think of it like this. Imagine your stress response as a volume dial. Right now, for many people over 50, that dial is stuck on 8 or 9. The techniques I'm about to share don't just lower the volume temporarily. They actually reset your baseline. But here's where it gets really interesting. Researchers found that the timing of these techniques matters enormously. Morning stress management is up to 40% more effective than evening practice for cellular protection. The reason why reveals something remarkable about your circadian rhythm and cortisol patterns that most wellness advice completely ignores. Technique number 1 is diaphragmatic breathing. Now, before you think this sounds too simple, listen to the research. A study published in Frontiers in Psychology found that just 12 minutes of deep breathing daily reduced cortisol by 23% in 4 weeks. But here's the specific method that works best. Breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 4 counts. Exhale through your mouth for 6 counts. That extended exhale activates your vagus nerve, which signals your body to shift from fight or flight into rest and repair mode. The key is consistency, not duration. 12 minutes every morning before checking your phone or email creates a protective buffer for your entire day. Research shows this single habit can lower your inflammatory markers by up to 31%. And those inflammatory markers directly correlate with telomere length. But here's where the research gets truly remarkable. Technique number 2, mindfulness meditation, doesn't just reduce stress. It actually increases telomerase activity by 43%. Let me say that again because it's extraordinary. A practice that costs nothing and takes 15 minutes can increase the enzyme that rebuilds your cellular age markers by 43%. This comes from a groundbreaking study at UCLA where participants practiced loving-kindness meditation for just 8 weeks. Their telomerase levels increased significantly compared to control groups. But that's not even the most surprising part. The benefits continued growing even after the study ended. Participants measured 6 months later showed even higher telomerase activity. Their cells were literally getting younger. If you want to see more research like this, make sure you're subscribed. We cover the latest longevity science every week. Technique number 3 comes from the blue zones, regions where people routinely live past 100 in excellent health. Researchers noticed something fascinating. In Okinawa, Sardinia, and Ikaria, people don't meditate formally. But they have built-in daily rituals that create the same biological effects. In Okinawa, it's called moai. Small groups that meet regularly to share concerns, laugh together, and support each other. This social connection reduces cortisol as effectively as meditation. And here's the cellular proof. A Harvard study found that people with strong social connections had telomeres that were 7% longer than isolated individuals. That translates to roughly 4 additional years of healthy life. The key insight is that this connection must be consistent. Weekly meaningful interaction creates the protective effect. Monthly gatherings don't produce the same results. Technique number 4 surprised researchers because of how quickly it works. Nature exposure, specifically being in green spaces, reduces cortisol within just 20 minutes. A Japanese practice called forest bathing has been studied extensively. Walking slowly through wooded areas without phones or distractions drops stress hormones by 16% in a single session. But the telomere connection goes deeper. A study of over 1,000 adults found that people who spent at least 2 hours weekly in nature had significantly longer telomeres regardless of their exercise levels. This means it's not just the walking. Something about the natural environment itself triggers cellular protection. Scientists believe phytoncides, compounds released by trees, directly influence our stress response at the genetic level. You don't need a forest. A local park with trees produces similar effects. Technique number 5 addresses something most stress advice ignores. Sleep quality. During deep sleep, your body produces the majority of its growth hormone, which directly supports telomere maintenance. Poor sleep doesn't just make you tired. It accelerates cellular aging by disrupting this repair process. Research from UCLA found that just 1 week of restricted sleep reduced telomerase activity by 50%. The good news is that recovery happens quickly when sleep improves. A specific approach called sleep hygiene isn't glamorous, but it's remarkably effective. Keeping your bedroom cool, around 65 degrees. Eliminating screens 1 hour before bed. Maintaining consistent sleep and wake times even on weekends. These simple changes restored telomerase activity to normal levels within 2 weeks in follow-up studies. Your cells repair themselves best in darkness and cool temperatures. Now for technique number 6, the one with perhaps the most surprising research. Gratitude practice. I know this might sound soft compared to the cellular science we've discussed, but the data is remarkable. A study in the journal Psychoneuroendocrinology found that writing 3 things you're grateful for each day reduced inflammatory markers by 28% in just 3 weeks. Remember, those inflammatory markers directly damage telomeres. The mechanism appears to work through shifting attention away from threat detection. When your brain focuses on positive experiences, it produces less cortisol and more oxytocin. This combination creates optimal conditions for cellular repair. The key is specificity. Writing that you're grateful for your health is less effective than writing that you're grateful for the specific walk you took this morning and how the air felt. Detailed gratitude engages more neural pathways and produces stronger biological effects. Now you have 6 science-backed techniques that don't just manage stress. They actively reverse cellular aging.